All right, guys, so quick update here. The Rams claimed running back Cody Schrader, the former Mizzou alum, off of waivers. The 49ers cut him. They did just lose Elijah Mitchell for the year, so that is a decently sized blow to the 49ers, and then the Rams took one of their running backs. I have some thoughts on this. I also am going to talk real quick about the fact the Rams did lose Zach Thomas like I expected. Very, very good in preseason. To get him to go through waivers, clear, and make it to your practice squad was just very unrealistic. Was a top 3 offensive lineman, in my opinion, this preseason. Absolutely balled out. Credit to him. He deserves to be on a 53, and the Patriots claimed him there. So that's that. Everyone else made it through waivers. So Xavier Smith, AJ Arcuri, all those guys, it looks like the Rams will have their opportunity to sign them in the practice squad. I do think Zach Thomas was a decently big loss. Surprisingly that they've decided to not keep Boston Scott or Zach Evans, but they did claim a running back in Cody Schrader. Schrader did really nothing in preseason and fumbled in his last game, but I think the Rams are looking at a guy that not really the preseason stuff stood out, but clearly they liked him in college for whatever reason. And obviously, this is a guy that had the second most rushing yards in the country last year for Mizzou, averaged 6 yards per carry, 13 touchdowns. Yes, he had a fumble, but only one fumble. He had 788 yards after contact, 45 missed tackles forced, 36 10-plus yard runs. This is definitely somebody that he was utilized more in the zone run scheme than the gap scheme. So that's interesting. I'm curious because he's not a great special teamer or pass protector. I guess the Rams just really liked Schrader. And I guess really what I would say is anytime, a team claims a guy, during waivers, during this process, it means one of two things. Okay. The first thing is this. It could mean that they saw their preseason stuff. They had people keeping an eye on them, and they were pleasantly surprised, and they decided, okay, this guy will help our football team. And the other thing is kind of what I think happened with Schrader here, who's almost 25 years old, 5'9", 214, not really an overly fast guy, UDFA out of Mizzou. I think there's a chance the Rams liked this guy in the draft, probably tried to sign him, and he ultimately decided to go to the 49ers. So now they had an opportunity, and they felt like, hey, let's just bring this guy in the building. You don't have to keep him here. You add him to the 53-man roster, and, of course, you can cut him if it doesn't work out. But, I think it's interesting nonetheless. He did have 116, receiving yards on 5 catches in the Tennessee game back in Week 11 last year. So that's interesting to me. Did they add him as more of a receiving threat or more of a runner, a pure runner? I mean, again, the pass protection, he has a pass protection, efficiency rating at 93%. That's not really good, just to say. And then, none of the PFF grades for special teams are really any good. So to be fair, I wasn't a huge fan of his coming out of college, as a draft prospect. I watched him. I know that there are some people that really liked him, especially the Missouri fans that are also Rams fans, but I didn't really see a draftable player. So I am actually pretty surprised that they went this direction. Would I rather have Zach Thomas and have that extra offensive lineman over adding a running back? Yes. But this is interesting. I don't know what this is ultimately going to lead to. I don't even think he's going to be active week 1. I think this is kind of just a guy that they liked and they're going to give it a go. I wouldn't be surprised if they claimed him to then waive him down the road, maybe 2-3 weeks from now, and add him to their practice squad as somebody that they want to develop. But again, I think with this team, we've learned, you got to be able to block. So I'm a little surprised, again, that this guy has not been a great pass protector. So we'll see. But that's that. Xavier Smith made it through. I think they're probably going to be very happy about that. Again, really bummed on Zach Thomas, but AJ Arcuri made it through, and Justin Dedich made it through. The USC UDFA definitely thought he could have been claimed, but all in all, not the worst. But again, it would have been nice if Zach Thomas would have made it through. And the reason why I put such a premium on that is because I really think that's somebody that they had developed. They found kind of a potential hidden gem there. Former 5th-round pick out of San Diego State by the Bears. Bears move on from the Rams fine, and very similar to guys in the past like a Marquis Christian with Arizona, or Darius Williams with the Ravens, or even Blake Countess with the Eagles. They found guys around this time, and they've really made the most of it. They've gotten the most out of those said guys. So we'll see what ends up happening. Does Cody Schrader end up being one of those guys? Does he end up doing something, that will end up, panning out? Who knows? I have no idea. We have no idea. But I mean, the numbers are there, and it's not. Again, is Cody Schrader, the best running back in the world? No, but he's highly productive coming out of college. To be fair to him, and I understand it's just college, but I think more and more, since I would make the argument since the whole COVID, pandemic and everything. I think more and more teams are focusing back on the Power 5 schools, focusing more on production. And I think now more than ever, college running backs, college quarterbacks, college anything that we used to call them in the past is almost like a negative connotation on their abilities to reach the NFL level and actually have a role. I think these guys are getting more of an opportunity now. So maybe Cody Schrader back in the day doesn't even make it onto a 53-man roster, but now he's getting a chance. And there are a lot of people, that really like this guy. So he'll probably fit the culture. I've heard good things about him as a person. This is definitely, again, I think this is somebody that they liked, in the draft process, and so they had an opportunity. But we'll see. And I don't think the roster's finalized either, folks. I really don't. I think that there's another move or two going to happen. This is just the way the NFL works. Between now and the first game of the season, there could be an injury, there could be a change of heart, all sorts of things, right? So we'll see what ends up happening with the Rams. Ultimately, I think this is a really good roster. I just think it could have been better with Zach Thomas, and we'll see what Cody Schrader does. But let me know in the comments section below how you feel about this pickup of Cody Schrader, claiming him off of waivers. And let me know how you feel about losing Zach Thomas. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment if you haven't already. Be sure to also follow me on all social media at JKBogan, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, or Twitter. And also, be sure to check out this video in audio format if you want, or any of my videos in audio format on podcast platforms. Just search Jake Ellenbogen Live, and you will find it. Be sure to subscribe to that and leave a 5-star review, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, folks. Later. Do you love talking about the Rams, the NFL, or just want to be a part of a community? Join my free Discord server today. We're over 800 members. We got 24/7 live chat, a level 3 boosted server, the ability to call into JE Live, playing online games with us on Kick streams, toggleable alerts for when I go live on YouTube or Kick so you don't miss a live stream, and exclusive giveaways. Click the link in the description, the comments section, or the link that comes up in the video to learn more and join today.